he's a great boxer, but he's dirty boxer. You know, everyone know that. So I am wait for this. Uh, I have experience in this fight. I have 18 fight right now. So I think so. I need working more in the gym. Y, I don't know. I don't know. I need work more in the gym.
Get into it. It's not about them anymore. They've done a lot of talking leading up to this fight, and I told you guys that they can dominate the headlines leading up to the fight. We stayed quiet, right? I said, but Sunday morning, we want to dominate the headlines. So they can go back up to the high altitude and keep breathing that good air and going to do what they're going to do. It's not about them anymore. It's about us. So, any questions? Who made Abel the voice of boxing? That's what I've been trying to figure out for the past couple years. I mean, I'm just like, there's no disrespect to the man. You know, I feel like he does a good job with his fighters, and I'll just leave it at that. But who gave him like the absolute authority to like speak on people, like, and not just me? I hear that guy talk about a lot of people in a disrespectful manner, you know, as if they just on some pedestal or something. Man, they got to stay humble, man. Man, God bless Abel Sanchez and his team. I wish him nothing but the best. How do I feel like I'll fare against Kovalev? I feel like I'm gonna win. And it's not gonna be an easy fight. He's a champion. And he deserves all the credit that he's gotten because he's not only fought everybody in the division, but he's going to their hometown to do it. But you guys gotta understand that I don't, as the fighter, the guy that's getting in the ring, I don't get caught up in who hits hard, and I was supposed to be the little guy tonight. And I didn't look like the little guy tonight. I don't get caught up in titles and he's from Cuba and he's from Russia. I don't get caught up in that. I've been doing this my whole life. I've been doing this 20 plus years. 20 plus years. So just like I've faced every other challenge, I would face the Kovalev challenge the same way. There's no fear on my end. I don't fear anybody. I respect fighters. You know, he's a great fighter, and he's done some things that people haven't done. He's won on the road, and you got to respect that. But I don't look at it like you guys may look at it in terms of, you know, oh my God, he's knocking. I just don't look at it like that. Because if I looked at it like that, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I like that we showed that, you know, that we're strong, plenty strong for this weight class. We showed the pop in this weight class. We just want to keep sharpening things up offensively, defensively, and, you know, but I have to give myself maybe a B- or so, because with the stop and go, you know, layoffs and different things like that, you know, we had the same situation with Evan Rodriguez in 2013. He was the #1 contender. We fought Paul Smith, who, you know, had failed at two world titles against Arthur Abraham. He's a solid guy, and now we're fighting another #1 contender. So we, you know, we're showing that even though we haven't been consistent per se, we can still come get the job done. Excuse me. Man, I'm just trying to go enjoy some time with my family right now. I don't even know. You know, I gotta, you know, just reassess everything with my team, talk to them, and just see where they stand. Because all it's been about for me is, you know, Sullivan Barrera. You know what? It's I do have an opinion about that, but you know, one thing I'm learning as a young man is that I don't always have to share my opinion. One thing that, you know, I'm constantly reminded of is and I have to take myself back to it. And some may understand it and some may not, and that's okay. Is that whether people give me credit or whether people don't give me credit, you know, God has blessed me with a talent and a gift. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm doing this for Him. And then behind that comes my family. And in the midst of that, some people are going to love me and praise me and give me the respect I deserve. And then there's going to be that element where they don't. But I gotta fight to stay in the middle. I can't get too caught up in the praises, and I can't get too caught up in the criticism. You know, my team came back and was like, oh, they're not, you know, they're tearing your performance down tonight. Man, it's okay. And at 32 years old, I'm maturing to that point where it's okay. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like my style. You don't have to like my personality. But I do know that I'm authentic and I'm real. I try to give the fans, I try to give the network that I fight for, I try to give everybody all I have. But some people are not always going to like what you represent. There's a lot of cameras in here. Some people like your website, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Some people like the way you write, some people don't. But you got to keep writing, right? You got to keep covering the sport, right? So that's what I try to. I don't always get it right. I'm not saying I've mastered it, but that's where I try to fight to stay in that place where it's like, man, I feel like I should get this, but you know what? It's not about that. Yeah, I mean, I think they dropped me to number 4 or something like that, and it's tough to say, man. I mean, of course, you always think maybe you're number 1, but I'm behind closed doors. I don't even know who put that out there, and it's a great question. But I personally, I try to leave, you know, that kind of stuff just for, you know, Peter Nelson, my team, Rock Nation, James Prince, and my lawyer, Josh Dubin. I let them work that stuff out. And if somebody talks about it publicly, so be it. But I try not to get into it publicly because, personally, I think that's like, you know, just kind of behind closed doors business. Oh man, that was a tough one. And the referee's a great ref, and but I was surprised. I mean, I think the shot was no. The shot was borderline. I mean, I think I hit him on the belt, and he reacted. It was a hard shot, and I guess on the cup line, I guess that's low, right? It didn't look low at all, or was it borderline? It was low. Yeah, but I think that that's what I'm saying. Some of you guys say no, and some of y'all say yeah. See, but let me answer that real quick. I'm sorry. So I just think I was surprised that I didn't get a warning. I was shocked about that, but I still don't know why I didn't get a warning. But yeah, and that was my fault. I let that go, and it, you know, wasn't intentional. It just, I was in the heat of the moment, and I apologize, and that was on me. Yeah, but it's 2 different infractions, from what I understand. But I had to just, you know, I got upset, and I just had to just bring it down and stay focused. I think it could be the same scenario we're dealing with now. Because I've had the Kovalev moment, I've had the boogeyman, I've had all of that. I've done that. And sometimes people have short memories, but like I'm over 10 years doing this. So I've had the guys that were, this is the guy, and then we beat him, and it was, you know, I don't know, but I'm not going to be doing this when I'm 40. Bernard can have that. I want no parts of it. So I'm just trying to do it to where when it's time, I can look back and say, man, I didn't cheat the sport. always came in shape. I didn't embarrass the network I fought for. I didn't embarrass my team. I gave it all I had, and when you give it all you had, you can sleep good at night, whether people love it or not. It's a collective decision between everybody, but ultimately, the buck stops with me because I'm getting in there. So, regardless of, what anybody may suggest in HBO, I know there's like this, I think this narrative out there where it's like I was forced to go up, and that's not it. HBO would never try to force any fighter to do anything, but I just think collectively it made sense. And that's a challenge that I wanted to take on. I wanted to, it was hard to get guys in the ring at 68. And you guys kept saying I need to move up, so I listened to you. Man, I think I thought he put up a good fight, and I wish him nothing but the best, How many punches was that? He landed 700 punches? Whoa. Hold on. Dang, 111 punches? He still landed. I thought it was good, but I'm telling you, I'm going to get better. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, I hit him right on top. Yep. I didn't try to do it, and that's what our coaches tell us in the gym every single day. Stop loading up, just throw it, and it'll come. And I didn't try to throw it hard. The ones that I tried to throw hard, I would land, and he'd be able to take them. But that one, I just turned boom, and it's like a sweet spot on the baseball bat, and down he went. I don't know. I mean, when I went through the last year and a half, 2 years with this lawsuit, I saw a lot. I learned a lot. I saw a lot of some good things. I saw some bad things, but I grew up, and I realized that everybody doesn't have to like me, like I said, and it's just that's a pretty awesome revelation to get, as just an individual, not just an athlete. Is that, man, everybody doesn't have to like me. Now, if I'm a jerk and I'm disrespecting people, that's on me. But if I know that I'm trying my best to be an ambassador, a representative, and people are nitpicking, there's nothing I can really do about that. And that element is always going to be there. And sometimes that element is not always a bad thing. It keeps you tight, it keeps you focused, and it kind of is what it is. And I just don't, when I was a little younger, I used to get more upset, and I used to feel like, man, I used to want to demand respect and demand this, but it's not about that anymore, man. And I hope that, the young guys coming up behind me, that they don't waste the energy that I wasted early in my career trying to demand that kind of respect. Just focus, man. Stay focused on what you're doing. We got a short window to do it. I've been fortunate to be 10 years. Some guys get 5, some get 2, some get 7, but whatever your window is, man, don't focus on critics and naysayers. Let them be who they are. God bless them, man, but just stay focused on what you're doing, and the ride will be a lot funner. I wanted to. Probably the round that I knocked him down in, but it's a tricky situation because she's gonna pick the next question. You have to, I was looking at his eyes, and I think he was buzzed. I saw him look at his corner, nod his head like I'm good. So I don't think he was out on his feet, and he was still throwing hard. So I tried to test him a little bit, and he still had something left. So just the bell rang. I think it was like maybe 30 seconds left. So.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, champ?
How you doing?
Hey, just wanted to let you know.
Is that the boxing voice?
Yes, that's the boxing.
What's up, man?
Right
From back in the day.
Yeah, that's what's up. Let me let you know. When you moved up to 175, what I think you did tonight was send a message. Normally, people complain one way and say you fought too smart. You were boring. So tonight you opened up. You loaded up with a lot of shots. I didn't think you necessarily had to do, but it was effective. And when you fought inside the telephone booth, you won most of those matches. You didn't necessarily have to fight this way tonight, but you did. You showed your heart. You showed the people at 175 that you're ready to mix it up. And I don't know if I'm just seeing this, but was that the case?
What was the question?
You fought hard, you laid it out there, you let them know you weren't willing to mix it up. Is that the message?
I agree with you 100%.
That's it.
Oh man, I was blessed to see the people come out tonight. They came out for the weigh-in, and it's interesting, man. They keep saying we ain't got a fan base, but I don't know about that. I don't know. Do we gotta be up by a certain time? Yeah, that's something we saw in training camp, something we saw on film. Verge, my coach Don and the coach Jack, they called it. They felt like the left hook was going to do it, and we almost did it. Wasn't able to pull it off though, completely. I think that just goes back to just getting in a good groove and just being consistent with my fights and stuff like that'll flow. Sometimes I don't know. I don't have an answer for that right now. I just got to watch the film and maybe try to figure something out. If I got time, I'm good to keep. Yeah, I'm fine. That's the homie. He's hard to fight. I mean, he's really hard to spar, really. And they call it the Stockton slap because he'll slap you to death, man. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, am I supposed to be drinking this? Can I? It's a good look, though, right? He helped me get ready. I sparred with Nick and Nate. Nate helped me get ready for Chad, and he always comes in shape, and he throws a million punches from a million different angles. And I felt like he had a great shot against McGregor. I just was worried about the 10-day notice. When he started letting his punches go and he landed that short left, I knew he had action because he's just a bad boy, man. He don't, they don't care, man. They just come to fight. So I'm happy, man, because I know they don't always get the credit that they deserve. We got to find a way, and I'm very competitive. I'm up for the challenge, and we're gonna find a way. I mean, not just me, but all the athletes that are from here, the ones that play here and represent the Bay Area. I mean, this is a special place, man. It's not the biggest place in the world. I think Oakland has probably about 500,000 people. And just even, not just Oakland, but the surrounding areas. Just all over. It's just a special place. We support our people, in a special way. And we don't always get the credit collectively, but that's just more reason to keep working and keep fighting. And I love it because I remember, when I first wanted to fight here, people were like, Oakland? It's not in Oakland. Why you want to fight in Oakland? And I just kept believing. I kept pushing for it. I kept asking for it. And now, along with myself, guys like Marshawn Lynch, Damian Lillard, the Warriors, Draymond, Steph, Clay, all them guys, like, now on the national stage, Oakland, California, everybody knows about Oakland, California. So it's a beautiful thing. I want to end it heavyweight. I'm serious. I really am. I don't know. I don't know. I think that you know, it would have to be at the end of my career. I'm not big enough to campaign at heavyweight and try to, you know, it's not a smart thing to do. But I think a situation like Roy's, where it's the right heavyweight, not a guy that's 6'4", 6'5", but the right guy where I put on, you know, just enough muscle and size where I can hold my own, and you go for it. And that's how I want to go out as a heavyweight champion. And I know it sounds crazy now. I just moved up to 75, and it sounds crazy, but that's what I've always envisioned, and that's what I think can happen. Man, that's a long time, man. I'll be 38, man. I said I didn't want to be in the ring nowhere near around 40. Man, I don't know. I just gotta take it a step at a time, you know. I think that you'll just see a situation like that just start to evolve, where you see a guy say, man, he may be the guy, and man, I beat whoever I need to beat at light heavyweight, defended the title several times, and I'm gonna take a crack at him. And you know, I did some consulting with Mackie Shieldstone, great guy, very knowledgeable. He helped me out a lot for this fight. I didn't go train with him in New Orleans for this fight, but a lot of consulting and just a lot of great advice from Mackie. Oh, he's with it. Yeah, he's with it. We talked about that since I've been a kid. Yeah. Man, no disrespect, bro, but it's not about Golovkin right now. It's not about him. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but they've done too much talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've done a lot of talking, and we haven't responded intentionally. And it's not, you know, when he fights, it's about him. It's not about him right now. He had his opportunity, he didn't take it, and, you know, I'm moving on. I wish him nothing but the best. I just hate to lose, man. I hate it. I hate to lose at anything. And I'm a poor loser, too. I just hate to lose. Like, I don't want to lose in cards. I don't want to lose in board games. I just don't want to lose. So, I don't know. I think it's got a lot to do with it. But, you know, I just try to, man, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I've really not even tried to, like, keep my mind focused on the streak. I really don't think about it at all until it's brought up. I just try to, you know, God has blessed me with a work ethic, man. And you know, it was cultivated as I was a young kid growing up. But it was just, this drive was in me to be the best and to try to, you know, just give it all I got. And I'm still like that, thankfully, at 32 years old. It's just I go in the gym and I try to max out, and I need my team to tell me, no, you're not going 12 rounds a day, you're only going 6. Okay, no, just you're not running 6 miles, just run 3. And as long as I got that mentality, I think good things will keep happening. You know, but when I feel like I can't put out like that anymore, then, you know, it's probably time to walk away. Man, I'm gonna probably be in the bed with my wife, chilling. My kids are just running around. We're probably not gonna do much. We're just gonna relax and I haven't been home, you know. I haven't been home. I've been in training camp, and that's part of my job, and that's the part that I hate the most, is not the training, but just leaving my kids and my wife and not being a part of their life for 6-8 weeks, you know. But it pays off. I was able to give Mama that check tonight, you know, so she happy. And you know, yeah, we have with the inconsistencies and stuff and the layoffs, like we haven't made a good deposit like that in a while, so I'm looking forward to it. I felt pretty good with that. But the next step is like making him pay. You know, that's the part, like, even in my mind, I'm like, man, okay, man, he missed, now I gotta make him pay. And that's what Virgil's calling for. And it's just those are the things I'm talking about when I say maybe a B or a B minus. You know, it was a good performance, but in my mind, it wasn't the kind of performance that I feel like I could be satisfied with. Oh yeah, it's been 10 years. It's time. man. It's great. I hear them, you know, I do. I hear them, I hear the chants. And it's tricky because fighting at home, man, you gotta be, people think it's a given, like, oh, you're fighting at home, it's easy. It's like, no, it's harder. I'm walking to the ring, I'm seeing cousins and uncles and friends, and I'm like, man, but I gotta actually stay in the moment, and I can't get caught up. I gotta go perform. Because I'm trying to make all these people, I'm trying to send everybody home happy. So even when they're chanting your name, part of you wants to step on the gas, but it may not be time to step on the gas. So it's tricky. It's a fine line when you're fighting at home. But at the end of the day, you know, you want to get that good performance and you want to get that win. And like I said, send everybody home happy. Yeah, I got to let my team work that out. You know, it's just as far as, I think another fight is in order. I would say so. You know, I don't want to sit. You don't want me to answer that? I ain't gonna answer that. I don't want to make the big man mad. Yeah. Yeah, it's I actually started at a small gym in Hayward. That's where I first walked into a gym. That's where I first met Virgil. First time I got punched in the face. All of those first times were in that gym. And then as I started to get better, we needed better competition. I went to Kings when I was probably maybe 11 or 12, and have been there ever since. And then, you know, a couple of years ago we went and we got our own gym. But to be able to like bring this type of event back to Kings and you know, something of that magnitude is all it is. I mean, they still got posters up in 2004. So that shows you the kind of respect and appreciation they have for myself and my team. So it's always special. It's always special. And the thing is this, like, you know, I can't apologize for fighting at home. You know, I've had 29 fights and I fought at home maybe 8 times. You know, and of course, we want to venture out and fight other places, you know, Vegas, New York, but when I do get the opportunity to fight at home, and, you know, the network or whoever wants to bring it here, man, I got to enjoy it. You know, I got to enjoy it because again, I'm not going to always be able to do this. So when I can do it, man, I want to definitely appreciate it.